Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Creavidico. Like, share and subscribe to our channel if you are new and press the bell icon to never miss any update. Okay, we will start today's topic, the second topic of learning, which is Tolman-Layton learning theory. As from the name, we came to know that it was given by Tolman. The full name is Edward Tolman in the year of 1932. He had given this theory, he had done experiment and he had developed this theory at 1932, in the year of 1932. So we will continue the sign language theory. This latent theory is also known as Gestalt theory or theory of purposive behavior or sign learning or latent learning. On the name of Gestalt theory, it is another name is Gestalt theory, theory of purposive behavior or sign learning. So let us start with this. This theory has been put on his book Purposive Behavior of Animal and Man. On his book Purposive Behavior of Animal and Man. So according to him, what does latent learning means or what does the sign learning, I will say now. Latent learnings according to him is some individual do not exhibit their learned knowledge, but when it is required or when they get a chance, they show their knowledge like other. This type of learning is called as latent learning. Means latent learning is something, if I will say in a simple word, means everyone out there have learned certain kind of skills or certain kind of different knowledge they have, but they don't show that, or only when they get a chance then only they show that knowledge. So that knowledge or that learning can be regarded as a latent learning. For example, the latent can be termed as a hidden. The Latin word meaning is hidden. Everyone has learned certain kind of skills, have done certain kind of training, or you have learned by observing other. But at the time when it is needed the most, only that time you have showed that knowledge or that learning has been showed up. So that learning is can be regarded as a latent learning. It is not compulsory that everything you have learned you have to show up to someone. So that will come under latent learning. Only when there is a chance, only when there is a need, only that time you have showed that learning or that knowledge has been exhibited. So that will come under learning according to him. So we can move forward. For example, you are seeing a child who is who can sweep, or as I will ask, if I will ask anybody that do you know that children can sweep or not, the answer will be yes. Because why? A children can also sweep because he have been observing his parents doing how to handle the sweep or how to clean the house, because he is observing every day. But he is not applying it because there is no need to apply it, because there is elder people and they are cleaning it. But if we ask that they know or not, they are observing every day that how it is clean and how it is doing, so they will learn. They are learning that process but they are not applying it. But when there is a need they will apply it. For example, if you put them alone in the home or when they are playing also, they you will came to or you can observe that they are doing such type of cleaning. या फिर आप लोग जब ऑब्जर्व करोगे तब भी आप लोगों को दिखेगा कि वो लोग साफ सफाई कर रहे हैं, या फिर जब उनको नीड आएगा या फिर आप लोग कुछ टास्क दोगे या फिर प्लेइंग वे में भी वो लोग अच्छे से क्लीन कर सकते हैं. तो व्हाट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड दैट every person learns different skills, learn different, or they gather different observation information with the help of observation. But only when there is a need, only that time they have applied it. Means with the playing method, जबकि वो लोग खेल के भी उस चीज को क्या कर रहे हैं, इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं. मीन्स दे नो हाउ टू क्लीन, या फिर अच्छे से ही क्लीन कर पाएंगे, या फिर किस तरह से कौन से कोना में साफ करते हैं, कहाँ झाड़ू रखना है, ये सब कुछ उनको पता है, बिकॉज दे आर ऑब्जर्विंग दैट process every day. How their parents are doing, how their fathers mothers are doing, they are observing that, but only they had no need to show that. But if they get a chance, or with the help of playing, they can show their learning. So that is, which is hidden learning, is called as a latent learning according to Tolman. So we can begin with the experiment. So Tolman had done the experiment with the rat. Here उन्होंने रैट के साथ एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. ही हैड डेवलप्ड ए मेज. मेज मतलब इस तरह से घर बनाया था, जैसे कि जो पजल बोल सकते हैं हम, पजल की तरह उन्होंने घर बनाया था. यहाँ पे देख सकते हो आप लोग, दिस इज अ मेज. उन्होंने एक मेज बनाया था जहाँ पे उन्होंने क्या किया था, 3 ग्रुप में रैट को डिवाइड किया था. वी विल कम टू दैट. मेज बना के वो देखना चाहते थे कि वो 3 ग्रुप में या फिर जो रैट थे उनमें से कौन सा जल्दी सीखता है एंड हाउ दे आर मोटिवेटेड टू इट. सो वी विल गो with this. He had developed a image to investigate latent learning in rat. Rat में या फिर उनमें latent learning है कि नहीं, hidden learning है कि नहीं, वो जानने के लिए he had done this experiment. The study also shows that rats actively process information rather than operating on a stimulus-response relationship. Only stimulus and response relationship होने या फिर नहीं होने से भी वो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, रेस्पॉन्स कर रहे हैं. मीन्स दे आर गोइंग अराउंड, जैसे कि वो जो रास्ता है जहाँ से खुलता है वहां पे जाने के लिए दे आर कंटिन्यूसली डूइंग एफर्ट. So without stimulus and response also they are doing. Stimulus and response means some kind of you are giving, for example, if you are giving food, then that will be become their stimulus and response to that. So he had done this experiment. तो इस एक्सपेरिमेंट का मेन एम क्या था, टू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट द रेट्स could make navigational decisions based on knowledge of the environment rather than their directional choice simply being dictated by the effects of reward. मेन चीज क्या था इस एक्सपेरिमेंट का, वो देखना चाहते थे कि रेट्स जो है उनको रिवर्ड्स देने से वो लोग ज़्यादा मोटिवेटेड होते हैं या फिर दे कैन लर्न बाय देमसेल्फ इन अ क्विकली वे, और रिवर्ड देने के बाद उनका ज़्यादा परफॉर्मेंस डेवलप होगा कि नहीं, ये चीज़ देखने के लिए उन्होंने ये एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. जो कि बिहेवियरलिज्म में ज़्यादातर इम्पोर्टेंस दिया जाता था कि that there is a relationship between stimulus and response. So इस experiment को ही take it further way and he had done he had get some results which I will explain now. Procedures क्या था I will tell now. कि procedure क्या था experiment का, what are the procedure he had done. So he had divided the rats into 3 groups. 3 groups. One group is group A, the second group is group B, then the group C. He had divided 3 groups of rat, जहाँ पे 17 days उन्होंने एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. जो मैंने अभी मैच दिखाया उसमें उन रेट्स को रखा गया और जो बॉक्स था पजल के बॉक्स के एंड में वहां पे फूड सम काइंड ऑफ रिवॉर्ड हैज बीन केप्ट सो दैट दे कैन इम्प्रूव देयर परफॉर्मेंस. सो ग्रुप ए कैसा था, जिसको पहले दिन से फ्रॉम डे 1 to 17 एवरी डे दे विल एट द मीन्स दे विल गेट फूड और रीइंफोर्समेंट मिलेगा एट द एंड. जब वो लोग निकलेंगे वो बॉक्स से फ्रॉम द पजल, तो एवरी डे दे विल गेट सम काइंड ऑफ फूड और रीइंफोर्समेंट. तो ये था ग्रुप ए विच इज कॉल्ड एज रिवार्डेड ग्रुप. ग्रुप बी कैसा था, group B was called as delayed group. Delayed reward group means they have given reward but in a certain time period के बाद उनको दिया गया. Day 1 to day 10 उनको only every time they get at the end taken out, only take उनको सिर्फ निकाला गया. But हर दिन वो लोग उसी रास्ते से निकल जाते थे. Every day they used to come to the end and they had been taken out. But from the day 11 to 17, they have been given some kind of food, or we can say as reinforcement. Means food can be called as a reinforcement here. जब उनको पता चला कि एंड ये बाद में बोलूंगी. ग्रुप सी कैसा था? द नॉन रिवार्ड वन, मतलब उनको वो रिवार्ड पूरे डे 1 से डे 17 तक दे हैव नॉट got any reward at the end, means they have not get any reinforcements. Every time they got to the end they have taken out. So with this experiment of 17 days he have found that this was the mass. So there is the, this is the starting point where the rats has been given, and they have to go throughout this maze and they have to come to this box, which is a food box, or we can say as a reward. So group A every day receive some kind of reward till 17 days. Group B received reward only from the 11th day. Okay, and group group C never received any reward, only they had been taken out. So what was the result, or what was the finding of it? It has been found that the delayed reward group, which is group C, learned that route on day 1 to 10 and formed a cognitive map of the match. Means यहाँ पे in a simple way अगर हम लोग जाने की कोशिश करेंगे with this graph, देखिए हर रोज जो ग्रुप ए को रिवार्ड मिलता था वो लोग मतलब उनका बिहेवियर में कुछ भी चेंजेस नहीं आया, बिकॉज उनको लगा कि एवरी डे वी विल गेट फूड, तो दे बिकेम नॉर्मल. बट जो ग्रुप बी था उनको 10 दिन तक कुछ भी खाना नहीं मिला, बट दे हैव बीन टेकन आउट. जब उनको पता चला कि 11 डे में उनको जब खाना मिला, मीन्स रीइंफोर्समेंट मिला, देन दे हैव रीच्ड एट द एंड, मीन्स वो लोग एंड में सबसे जल्दी पहुंचे देन द ए ग्रुप. दे हैव रीच टू द एंड बिफोर द रिवार्ड ग्रुप, जो जिसको पहले दिन से ही रिवार्ड मिल रहा था उनसे भी वो लोग पहले जाके पहुंच गए, बिकॉज दे हैड रिसीव्ड फूड और रीइंफोर्समेंट. एंड उस रीइंफोर्समेंट में क्या हुआ था? it creates motivation among them and they had reached before the reward group. तो delayed good यहाँ पे from the red line you can see the reward group, sorry non reward और delayed जो group था वो उसका performance develop हो गया. then जो third group जो delayed reward, उसी से हमको क्या मालूम पड़ता है कि every person learn something when, or every person learns something, but his result or his learning can be improved only by some kind of reinforcement or some kind of motivation. So that's why motivation concept is important. You have to give some kind of reinforcement to the students also, like good, very good, so that their performance can be developed. So by this theory, Tolman has also given or has developed the concept that a concept of cognitive map, means that stimulus and response are for example, stimulus is the match and the response is reaching the end of the match. A medicinal process occurring, the rats were actively processing information in their brains by mentally using their cognitive map. यहाँ पे cognitive map क्यों बोला गया है? मीन्स टोलमैन ने क्या बोला कि reinforcement only helps in improving the performance but not in learning. reinforcement या फिर जो भी हम लोग मोटिवेशन देते हैं, इट इम्प्रूव्स इन द परफॉर्मेंस नॉट लर्निंग. लर्निंग सब लोग करते हैं, सीखते सभी हैं, लेकिन इफ देयर इज सम काइंड ऑफ reinforcement it can develop their performance according to टोलमैन्स एक्सपेरिमेंट. एंड यहाँ से ही उन्होंने क्या डेवलप किया? कॉग्निटिव मैप का कॉन्सेप्ट डेवलप किया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कॉग्निटिव मैप मीन्स यू डेवलप सम काइंड ऑफ लर्निंग, लर्निंग का जो चार्ट होता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ दैट. क्योंकि रेड का एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे रेड का जो एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था वहां से क्या मालूम पड़ा कि दे हैव developed jitne from day 1 to 10 they have going to that path, and they have realized from this you will get the easy way, you will get the outside door. So they have created a mind map. माइंड में उन लोगों ने एक मैप बना लिया था, एंड व्हेन दे आर गेटिंग द reinforcement they reached, means they have used that cognitive map and they have reached faster than the reward group जो delayed group था. So this concept cognitive map has been developed by Tollman. तो यहाँ से हमको इंसानों का भी ये पता चलता है that everyone learn something, but only when there is a need they can apply it and they can improve their performance. If we are giving some kind of reinforcement in case of the students also, so it can improve their performance, but not learning is dependent upon that. But how you are using that learning, it will depend on you, because you have to develop the cognitive map accordingly. Okay, then that's why in case of individual also we can say that we learn different things with the help of sign also. Here is the sign according to Tolman. That's why this theory is also called as sign learning. With the help of sign, we learn quickly. So that will come under cognitive map. Every sign, with the help of this sign also, stop, this. Every sign we learn different learning. So this will come under sign learning. Then the implication of result. What is the implication of his result, or what is the main purpose of his result? As I have already told that reinforcement helps in the performance. So reinforcement is very important in the process of learning. As a behavioralist had already given some theory that there is, if you are learning something new, then there is a need of stimulus and response, means study actually observe behavior and that nothing happens between stimulus and response. No cognitive process take place. According to behavioralists, what they have told that no cognitive process take place. But according to Tolman theory, what we have came to know that there is some kind of cognitive map. We have to think and we have to act accordingly with the help of thinking. So according to Tolman, people and animal are active information processors and not passive learner, as behavioralism had suggested. Behavioralism had suggested that only there there is a relationship between stimulus and response, no cognitive process. But according to Tolman, there, if you wanted to learn something, there should be some kind of cognitive process should be included. So Tolman developed a cognitive view of learning that has become popular in modern psychology. So Tolman also believed that individuals do more than merely respond to stimuli, they act on belief. They believe, because if the rats did not believe that at the जैसे कि 11 डे को उनको फूड या फिर reinforcement दिया, so they believe that next day भी उनको मिलेगा, so that उनका परफॉर्मेंस और डेवलप हुआ. जब 12 दिन को भी मिला, 13 दिन को भी मिला, up to the 17th day they had got that reward. So there they had believed in that, they have changed the conditions and they had learned or they had developed the performance. So according to Tolman, not only they individuals do not merely respond to stimuli, they act on belief, attitude, changing condition, and they strive towards goal. So with that, we can also say that Tolman was the only behavioralist who found the stimulus response theory unacceptable, because reinforcement was not necessary for learning to occur. He felt behavior was mainly cognitive, means according to him or his theory has proved that there is a need of cognitive process to improve our performance, or it is needed to learn something new. I hope everyone understood. Thank you.